Welcome everybody to GoLocal Live. I'm Josh Fenton, CEO and co-founder. Beautiful day. First, I want to thank Fred Magnamini from Luca and Danny, who joined us earlier today. He chatted about their initiative, their growth, but especially their fundraising activity on one of their bracelets to raise money for the Ukraine. We'll have much more about that, and it's a tremendous initiative that they're looking to raise as much as $40,000 or $50,000. So kudos to them. But I want to introduce Tom Riel. He's the guy over at the Providence Warwick Convention and Visitors Bureau, the VP for Service and Sales, trying to bring back the business market to the convention center and across Rhode Island. Tom, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay. I'm sure you're aware of this. We had a pandemic over the past couple of years. Did not do a lot for the convention and meeting business sector. Talk about how hard it hit, what you do on a daily basis, and what the impact was on Rhode Island.
Sure, Josh. Thank you so much. And again, thanks for having us. The pandemic, as you know, was devastating to our industry because our job is to bring people together, which was exactly what we were told not to do. So, typically in a year, we host about 275 events across Rhode Island, a lot of them in the Rhode Island Convention Center and surrounding hotels, but we do fan out across the state. During the pandemic, we actually had to cancel or move just under 200 groups. Those 200,000 visitors were not able to come, and the financial loss of their spend was well over $80 million here in the state. So it has been a very difficult time for us.
Tom, what's the rebuild? How's it going? What's the strategy? How far are we along in reestablishing those relationships and building back that revenue to Rhode Islanders?
Sure. I'm really happy to tell you we're actually gaining momentum pretty quickly now. Back in July of 2021, we started to proactively sell again, but that was then the Delta variant and Omicron reared their ugly heads, and it really affected our lead volume. And we were down about 41% from where we had been in 2019. But in the past 2 months, we have seen a really dramatic uptick in the number of opportunities coming to the market, in the number of meeting planners and sports event owners actually sourcing us and looking forward to late 2022 and 23. So our rebound is really starting to gain momentum. We're down about 40% from where we were in 2019, but I'm feeling very positive about the direction we're headed.
And which is coming back stronger, the traditional meeting convention type of business, or that sports business, whether it's an NCAA tournament or a youth sports program?
Sure, Josh. I'll tell you, it's sports. Sports has actually performed well when allowed to throughout the pandemic, especially youth sports. Parents want their kids out there. And youth sports has performed well and has rebounded quickly. About 40% of the business that we do in a normal year is related to sports. This year, it's 50%. Sports has been really strong. On the meeting side of the industry, we're starting to see meetings come back. They're coming back pretty rapidly. However, the attendance is a little soft. So if a meeting planner was expecting, 2,000 people to come through the convention center over the course of a few days, right now they may be getting 60 to 70% of that. But just a few months ago, it was only 50% of that. So again, we're gaining momentum on all areas.
Tom, what's the biggest challenge?
Right now, the competitive environment. I'll tell you, everybody has booking gaps on the books, because in 2020 and 2021, which would have been the booking window, so to speak, for late 22 and 23, nobody was booking business. So all of our competitors right now have major gaps on the books. In some cities that were not competitors for us, Boston, when Boston does well, we do well. Boston right now has a tremendous amount of availability, so they've become a direct competitor. Same with Philadelphia.
Who would want to fly into Boston? That's got terrible traffic. They should come to Providence. TF Green's way better. I think everybody knows that.
everybody does, including our customers. They're learning very quickly that green is a great alternative. So, right now, there's just a lot of availability coast to coast. So the competitive environment is a little bit more competitive than normal. However, we are finding some great success. And I'm finding that customers are saying the small market is really appealing to them right now.
Yeah, I bet. Talk about the Recommend RI program. It's a great idea, sort of letting all of Rhode Island be the ambassadors to bringing in new business and making new business connections. Talk about that initiative, how it works, and what you're seeing from it.
Yeah, we're really excited about Recommend Rhode Island. This was an initiative we actually launched back in 2018. This is our local ambassador program, and it encourages Rhode Islanders who typically everybody's a member of a group, whether it be a sports group, a church choir, a professional association, a trade association, or a corporate sales environment. Everybody's a member of a group. And we ask Rhode Islanders to recommend to their group that they host their next gathering, whether it be a meeting, convention, sporting event, here in their home state. It's really been a successful program. I can tell you, prior to the pandemic, we had 22 Rhode Islanders come forward in 2018, and the business that they brought home had a value of over $7 million in spend in the market. So it really works. It allows people to take pride in their community, and it's been a very successful program. Our relaunch right now, we've engaged the Lieutenant Governor, Sabina Matos, who, as part of the McKee administration, is so supportive of small business. And so many small businesses were impacted by the absence of our business. So having her on board as a spokesperson for this program this year is just a real win for us, and we're very appreciative.
Tom, you get the last word. What should people be thinking about? How best can we present our state? How best can we recruit these types of conventions and business meetings?
Thank you. It's all about the vitality of downtown right now. The hotels are seeing low occupancy. The convention center is not as busy as we'd like. People really want to live around a really vital city. This is a city state, and people want the city to be vital and energetic. So, we're asking you to help us reach out to those organizations. Think about bringing your program here. And by the way, we do all the work. We're not asking Rhode Islanders to step up and have to do all the work associated with this. All we're asking for is an introduction. Our sales and service professionals will step in and do the work for you and make you look like a hero. So that's how Recommend Rhode Island works. We hope that folks will visit recommendri.com, take a look at our site, think about it, or always they can reach out directly to me right on the staff button on pwcbb.com. Or go.
And Tom, you're a big hitter in Rhode Island. Will you be able to help people who help you with Recommend RI get good seating during Pizza Week next week? Another initiative of Providence.
Whatever it
Warwick.
takes, Josh. Absolutely.
You'll get the deal done one way or the other, whether it's at Caserta's or you name it, right?
Or coal-fired pizza.
Listen, thanks so much for taking the time. For everybody else, enjoy this great day. Stay safe. Cases are going up in Rhode Island incrementally. Need to keep an eye on it. And the best way to protect yourself and keep enjoying life in this pandemic world is to go out and get that booster shot. It's going to give you a higher level of protection as the vaccinations wane, and it's going to make you feel confident to be able to go out and enjoy Rhode Island and be able to host that meeting or enjoy Pizza Week. Thanks, everybody.